Imagine standing before God. You've believed in Him your whole life. You've gone to church. You've prayed. You've tried to be a good person. And you've always believed that one day you will go to heaven. Then everything changes. You hear words you never imagined you would hear. Jesus said that many people will hear those words. Not a few, many. Can you imagine hearing them spoken to you? I never knew you. Take a moment. Let those words sink in. I never knew you. Those words don't mean I have no idea who you are. Jesus is revealing something far deeper than that. And before this video is over, we're going to come back to those words because they raise one of the most important questions anyone could ever ask. How can someone spend their whole life believing they're saved only to discover Jesus never knew them? How is that possible? The answer is found in one word: faith. But not just any faith, saving faith. And today, we're going to discover what saving faith really is. Let's start with a simple question. What is faith? If someone stopped you on the street and asked, "What does it mean to have faith?" how would you answer? Most people would probably say, "I believe in God." And honestly, that sounds like a pretty good answer. But here's the question. Is believing that God exists really enough? The Bible gives an answer that surprises most people. James 2:19 says, "You believe that there is one God? Good. Even the demons believe and shudder." Think about that. Demons believe God exists. They know Jesus is the Son of God. They know He died on the cross. They know He rose again. In fact, they know those facts better than we do. And yet, they are not saved. So simply believing facts about Jesus cannot be saving faith. Because if it were, even the demons would be saved. So here's our first clue. Saving faith must be something more. But what? Imagine sitting in a chair. Before you sat down, you believed the chair could hold you. But believing wasn't enough. Eventually, you had to sit. The moment you did, you placed your entire weight on that chair. You trusted it. Saving faith is like that. It isn't simply believing Jesus can save. It's trusting Him completely. Here's another picture. Imagine you're on a plane. Someone tells you the plane is going down. They hand you a parachute. You can believe parachutes exist. You can believe they work. You can even admire it. But if you never put it on, that belief won't save you. Only trusting it will. Same is true of Jesus. Saving faith isn't simply believing He lived or died or rose again. Saving faith is trusting Him alone to save you. If you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. Every subscription helps these videos reach more people, so together, we can share the gospel with a wider audience. Now, let's keep going. So let me ask you something. Right now, what are you trusting? Your church attendance? Your good deeds? Your generosity? Your prayers? Your morality? Can any of those things remove your sin? Can any of them make you right with God? The answer is no. The Bible says every one of us has sinned. And because God is perfectly holy, our sin separates us from Him. That's why Jesus came. Jesus, the Son of God, came into the world to save sinners. He lived the perfect life that we never could. He died the death that we deserved. And then He rose again. Salvation isn't about what we do for Jesus. It's about what Jesus has already done for us. Faith simply receives what Christ has already accomplished, not by works, by faith. So does that mean good works don't matter? Not at all. Good works don't produce salvation. Salvation produces good works. Think about an apple tree. It doesn't become an apple tree because it grows apples. It grows apples because it already is an apple tree. The fruit doesn't give the tree life. The fruit simply reveals that the tree is alive. The same is true for every Christian. Good works don't create saving faith. They reveal saving faith. As someone once said, we are saved by faith alone, but the faith that saves is never alone. True faith changes us, not because we're trying to earn salvation, but because we've already received it. Now, let's go back to where we started. Remember those words? I never knew you? Now listen carefully to what those people actually said. They didn't say, we trusted you. They didn't say, we depended on your mercy. They didn't say, we believed your promise. Instead, they said, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name? Did we not do many mighty works in your name? Do you notice what's missing? Everything they pointed to was something they had done. They never pointed to Christ. They pointed to themselves. That's the difference. Saving faith doesn't point to what we've done. Saving faith points to what Christ has done. And suddenly, those words make sense. I never knew you. Not because Jesus didn't know who they were, but because all along they had been trusting the wrong thing. If this video helped you better understand the gospel, would you do 3 things? Subscribe so you don't miss future Bible studies. Click the like button because it helps YouTube recommend this message to more people. And if you know someone who's wondering what it really means to have saving faith, share this video with them. Thank you for watching, and God bless.